Hi, this is Dana. Welcome on my channel. And on this channel, I speak about spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is practically the existence or survival of targeted individuals. Now, in this video, I am guided by God to talk about the issue of apologizing. Okay, so there's been divine justice judgment, and we are at a time when God is dealing with those individuals who accumulated negative karma, uh, whom usually are called briefly karmics. Now, at this point in time, actually, God has guided me for a long time to keep talking about this topic, about apologizing. In my case, God has shown me insistently for a long time now that He is guiding the individuals who have harmed me to come and apologize. I have said in previous videos that I don't give any kind of forgiveness to anyone. Um, I don't hold grudges. I don't hate anyone. I transmute everything and I call judgment and punishment on them, on everyone. No exceptions. No exceptions. I explained why in many videos. Still, God is insisting on me having making this video about apologizing. And God said, if you embrace this position, still I want you to make a video for others, so they will understand why apologizing is a necessary step, for especially for karmics. Sometimes even for those who have been harmed is necessary. God shows that this can be part of the healing process. In some cases, it could be even part of reconciliation of some relationships. It all depends on how much harm has been done, on how many times those individuals refused to stop or to change, how many years they insisted on doing that harm, how far they went with it, and so on. It also depends on your evolution, your state, the stage in which you are as well, if harm was done on you. But in any case, I will speak now specifically on the points which God asked me to convey. One is that apologizing is a very necessary step, because people who have done wrong and are under judgment usually tend to have selective memory. So they pretend they don't remember what they've done. And they try to sum it up like it's not a big deal what I've done, I've done a sacrifice ritual and I just try to kill someone. It's not a big deal. That person didn't die. Okay. So God says this is apologizing. It's a necessary step in order to set the record straight. And from the point of view of the victim, to be explained to them how much harm has been done on them. Because that's not the point that you didn't kill a person. The point is that person had to deal with that kind of ritual and darkness sent to him, which is dramatically painful, excruciating painfully sometimes, very dangerous as well. I gave just one example, but there are many, of course. So God says the record needs to be set straight. They need to face their victims, because actually in front of their victim, some of them will have the decency uh, to not deny their facts, so they will not it will not be that easy for them to deny what they have done. So that's one point. The second point God wanted me to convey was that apologizing shows the fact that they assume responsibility and they are willing to acknowledge their faults, what they've done, their actions. And this is extremely important. It's a prerequisite in their redemption and in their transformation, because this is what redemption means. You must change. And unless they are willing to actually voice out an apology and explanation what they've done, um, they will not successfully engage in a redemption process. This is part of their own healing because it's like a mirror that you put in front of them. Again, when they are in solitude, they can deny many of the things, or they can not take the time to go within and actually really think what they've done. But when they are faced with honest discussion with their victim, then first of all, they are called a bluff, because many of them will not go through with it, will not actually be able to man up to it and to actually assume responsibility. And second, if they do it, then by setting the record straight and by them assuming correctly the facts, they have a better chance to redemption, right? The third point that God asked me to convey is that this is, as I said previously, a pre-request for change. They must acknowledge the true facts in order to make sure that actually they start a transformation process according to the reality, to make sure that they address in that transformation process the issues, the causes, why they did it, and so on. All in all, God says this is important in many ways, because it determines their accurate state of mind in which they are. Because as they face lots of punishments from God, of course, they tend to deny, to downplay the effect of what they've done, to blame others, and so on, right? So this is an important step. Now, I will come here with my point of view, of course, and I asked God's permission to do that. I still hold the same point of view. I do not, and I will not give a chance for apologizing to anyone from those who have done harm on me. Um, I again say I do not hold grudges. I do not hate them. I do not do myself against them what they've done. I don't gossip about them. I don't slander. I don't do occult practices and sacrifice rituals and demonic and satanic rituals and sorcery and necromancy and so many other things that they have done for so many years at me. I don't do that. But they are not welcome. I am not willing to engage with them. Then there are a number of reasons for this. One is that most times they will use the opportunity to trick, to pull you down, to lower you to lower your vibration, maybe to start fights or deny something. Um, and basically, I don't accept to give them a chance to do that. It's as simple as that. I just I gave many opportunities, and all the bondages I broke have had many repetitive karmic cycles. Precisely that, because I gave too many times undeserved forgiveness to people who proved that they only took the chance to start again, to do the same thing again. And more than that, these are people to whom I never done anything wrong. I never done absolutely nothing wrong to them. I never insulted them. I never did anything wrong. So that's one point. Another point is that they use this to put strings on you. So some of them are evil enough that they actually use any opportunity they meet you or they even see you to put strings on you, to do more incantations, to do more levitation, to do more curses and so on. So for this reason, again, I don't accept any apologies. I hope they all do redemption. I hope they all go to God and they work on their path. But I don't want to be in any way part of helping them. I don't give them forgiveness, so there's no point of listening to them. And I do not, I claim punishment against them, judgment and punishment against them, clearly. My primary concern is for my balance and stability. I have worked very hard in order to overcome what they've sent to me. I personally find it unacceptable that they have done occult practices at me, and specifically the type of practices that they have done. Um, I can understand a human mistake. I can understand betraying, cheating, and so on, but I will never understand doing occult practices at me and sending Satan to me or any other of the dark entities, spirits, demons, and monsters that they have sent to me. I will never accept that. And for me, when somebody does this darkness work at me, then that's a point of no return. Because I'm also in a human body as well as them, and it would have been easy for me to make maybe a mistake, and these kind of practices would have separated me from God. And for me, this is a point of no return in any kind of relation. It's not acceptable to me to do occult practices. Again, there is one thing to make mistakes as a human, but there's another thing to be working with darkness against me. There's totally another thing. And I do hope they do redemption and they go to God. At the end of the day, I said in other videos, we all came initially from a divine blueprint created by God. They chose a different path. Unfortunately, they turned against us and they want to simply destroy us. But the type of occult practices that they have done at me and the trauma that they have created on me on purpose, God has shown me that they were actually debating how each of them was proposing a different type of harm to do, so the trauma would be deeper, so they can do a trauma bonding on me and to attach spirit watchers and so on. They killed animals in order to do rituals on me, and no, I'm not going to enter into details what they've done. What I have to say though in this video is that I will not accept apologies from anyone, simply because I do not intend to give any kind of forgiveness to anyone. So there's no point for me to waste time with them. Simple as that. I am not willing to help them in any way to recover from what they've done. I didn't push them into this. They chose this. They stole my money. They stole my identity. They stole, basically. I really don't want to help them in any way. They should find money from the money that they stole from me. They should find enough money to go pay a counselor to help them guide them on how to do this, just the same way as they paid tarot readers to tap into my energy and to keep attacking and destroying me in my dream state and in my awake state and so on. I really have no empathy for them, and I do not intend to accept any apologies. And I don't want to go against God's advice to you, but I did ask God's permission to actually state my point of view and to encourage everyone who has been too deeply traumatized by what was done against them to just walk away. You should be comfortable to turn your back and just walk away. Don't look back. Don't care what happens with them. I know God and I have faith in God, and I know that God will do everything for them, just like He did for me. It all depends on them if they will redeem sooner or later or never. It is not my problem, really, and I do not have any empathy. I don't care even what happens to them. So I really don't want, I do not intend to actually engage in any kind of discussion with any of them. Even if they come to apologize. I actually told God, if you really want to work with them, to redeem them, don't send them to me, because I will just hang up the phone, close the door in their face, and just call the police to take them away from my gate if they come. To be very clear, I'm telling you from now, don't push them to come to me, because I will not accept. God actually has shown me that, I pushed them to come because I knew they wouldn't come anyway. So you see, there's a more complex situation related to apologizing. I made this video because God insisted on everybody understanding the purpose of the apologizing. I'm pretty sure there are different situations for different individuals. I do not imagine that everybody went through exactly the same thing like I did. And everyone should have discernment and make their own decisions, ask guidance from God what to do, and so on. But I did want to present also my point of view, because this is my video first, and second, for those who actually went through similar situations like me, um, where really uh, it's best for them to choose the same options as I do, namely just keep your distance, refuse contact, walk on your path, and focus on your healing and on creation in your new phase of evolution. Okay, I will stop here. As always, of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment, ask. I will be happy to answer. Please like and subscribe to my channel, so we'll make sure that the information I'm sharing here reaches as many people as possible. All the information I share is authentic, divine guidance received by me personally, from God and from the divine realm throughout my entire spiritual fighting. Um, if you feel inclined to support my work and my channel, you will find in the description box below the information to my PayPal account. Thank you.